probably noticed that I've worn the same Canadian tuxedo for the last several videos. Well, I wasn't planning on being up here in the cold weather, and the only pair of jeans I had are these, which I thought they were my good jeans, but then when I pulled them out, they were not. And I bought a pair at the thrift store a couple days back. So I have two pairs of pants and two tuxedo tops. Those are my favorites anyway, but I have short sleeves and shorts, and luckily today it's perfect weather. Perfect weather. It's probably 75, maybe 80 degrees, and it's, you know, time for Florida clothes, which I have plenty of. I planned on being in the Florida Keys. This is probably the closest I'm going to get to it in my travels. We'll see. Laundromat is also a car wash, or in this case, a Vantasy wash. These vans are mechanical, and sometimes they have problems. I'm here in Cape City, and there's some kind of a misfire or something in the motor. I probably have to change the spark plugs, but some things I did, I put an additive into the fuel when I first started. It started right after that. I did have to fill up with a lower grade premium at some gas station somewhere. I usually only put ethanol free, but it's hard to find that in some of these small towns. So I'm gonna, also the power steering is leaking. So I've got some of this Lucas brand stop leak. I know some of you are gonna say, don't do that, but I'm not, you know, that's what I'm gonna do. And seafoam, I'm gonna put a little bit of this in the crankcase, like just a little, and part of it in the fuel, just to see if it's maybe something in the fuel line. So that's what I'm doing. Just got it washed, so you know what they say, your vehicle runs at least 20% better after it's clean. So I did it just for good measure. And I'm waiting for my clothes to dry, so it kind of works out. You know when you turn your steering wheel sometimes, or you might have heard this, and it makes a whining sound? Well, that's your power steering, and it does that occasionally. Like now, every couple of days, I got to put some of this in. So the Stop Leak, this is a good company. This is the brand of oil that I use in the Vantasy and the Honda. So the indicator indicates there is need for more. I got to drop in here and pick up a new serpentine belt. I already have spark plugs, throttle body, a gasket. Might have to take the throttle body apart. I don't know. Gotta check it out, see what I can find in here. Cape City was a great place. I left there en route for our next destination, which was Abraham Lincoln's birthplace and childhood home. If you want to see that entire video, I'll put a link to that below in the description. My plan is to keep heading north, and it's getting dark, so I'm going to have to start thinking of a place to stay for tonight. In case you're wondering, it was 52 steps to the top. Well, the air's getting pretty cool. I got to make my way up north. I haven't quite decided where I'm going to land this evening, but we'll see if we can find some food and maybe a beer. Make a decision. We're entering Bardstown, America's most beautiful small town. Well, I had two choices. I'm heading to Columbus. I'm going to do some vlogging there for a few days and see some friends. Well, I could either go the freeway or I can go the back roads. So I chose to go the back roads, of course. And on that route, I decided to look for a brewery, of course. I didn't know that it was going to be in such a cool town, but this Alexander Bullitt's brewery is parked right in the dead center of this Bardstown, Kentucky, which happens to be home of I guess a couple famous people from what I gather so far, and Kentucky Museum and some other things. So I may stay here for a night or two, or not. I don't know. Let's go have a beer and think about it. Hey, thanks.
There you go.
I chose a stout. It's very good. Very good beer. I'm getting some information from locals here. It's perfectly exactly what I like to do. Meet the right people, get the right answers. Except for this time, I might be stuck here for a couple of days. I made it back to the Vantasy. I've got my food ready to go. I'm deciding whether or not I should stay here or go on to Ohio. So we'll see. I'm interested in this town. I like the idea of the historical locations here. So we'll see what's going on and I'll make a decision soon. Thanks for joining me today, friends, on a drive through beautiful central Kentucky. I'll see you in the next video.